Good morning guys, it's Monday the 21st of December and it's 10 o'clock. Sorry, I'm a bit tired. We're going to see the panto today.
Yeah.
Boys are quite excited. I can't show you Isaac because he's butt naked. We are going to the panto, Isaac.
Panto.
He's totally naked. Stripped out of his pajamas this morning. Came running through to me in the living room going, "Mummy, I'm naked." So yeah, so we're going to the panto today. Quite excited about it. Hubby's not coming, he has to work. So I'm going with my mum and dad. We're going to, it's called the Relaxed Performance. It's specifically for children with additional needs. It's normally they don't have the lights down and it's a little bit quieter. We'll see though, because last year it was still really noisy. So I'm not sure. But we'll see how it goes for this year and what happens. So that's all we're doing today. So obviously I can't vlog in there, but we're also going to see a Christmas Wonderland thing that they have in the street outside the theatre. So I might be able to show you some of that. Sorry, my dog's doing something. I don't know what she's doing. Oh, we got a new fish tank for our fishies. You'll probably all be pleased to know. Because it looked pretty gross, didn't it? Hi, fishies. But they need some ornaments because theirs were pretty manky. So yeah, we need to get some fishy ornaments. Oh, where's the dog's gone? Oh, she's gone to bed. Good morning. It is Tuesday the 22nd of December. And it's 11:15. So I didn't vlog again yesterday, which was really silly, but it wasn't a great day, and in the interest of being honest and open, which somebody commented that they liked that I was honest with everybody, I'm going to share with you what made yesterday so not good. So I think I videoed and said that we were going to the pantomime, and so we all went, my mum and dad, me and Isaac and Benedict. We tried to prepare Isaac in advance and we told him what we were going to go and do and what we were going to see, and he seemed quite excited about it, and he watched the CBeebies panto. Well, he watched a little bit of that, so he vaguely knew what a pantomime was. So we got to the theatre and it was busy, but that was okay. He was doing really well, and we sat down in our seats at the theatre and he was fine. They were both a bit antsy because it started late, which is not great. It was a relaxed performance, which is designed for people with additional needs. I think a lot of people there, though, were just children, which that's fine as well. Anybody can buy tickets for it. It's not like they, were taking a ticket from someone away from someone who needed it. But so it was noisy, and we were about 5 rows from the front, I think. And so he was getting a bit antsy, so I'd taken snacks for them both. So they ate some crisps and they were fine. And then it started, and literally 3-4 minutes into it, Isaac asked if he could hide. And he said, "I want to hide," and he pulled on my top. When he gets anxious, he likes to hide underneath my t-shirt, which in public is a bit awkward. So I sat him on the chair and I put my coat over him and said, "You can hide under Mummy's coat," and that was fine. He managed to take the coat off, and it was Peter Pan, and he didn't like Peter Pan. He didn't like when they were looking for Tinkerbell. And then Captain Hook came on and he just freaked out and started saying he was scared, he was scared, he was scared. And he stood up and turned to me and said, "I no like it, I want to go McDonald's." And I know a lot of people can hear that sentence and think, spoilt brat. But his autism makes him very nervous around things that normally a child probably wouldn't be nervous around. Or it can heighten anxiety for him. Like my friend's son is going to see Star Wars and they're the same age. Now, Isaac wouldn't even make it through the first 5 seconds of Star Wars. Scary music in a TV programme. Best example, if you have children and have ever seen Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, Isaac loves Mickey Mouse. There's one episode where Goofy accidentally gets turned into a baby. So it's the baby Goofy episode. Isaac hates it. He cries, he says he's scared, we have to turn it off, he leaves the room, as an example. So we have no idea what makes him scared or what he doesn't like. So the beauty of the relaxed performance as well is they do try and keep the volume down, which it was really, really loud, but apparently it was the lowest they could take it. So they also have a little quiet area set up in the downstairs bar, which has soft play toys, just a couple. It had colouring pencils and paper, and there's a TV in the bar so you could watch the pantomime. So we sat in there and he watched for a few minutes, but because of where the camera's positioned, and that's not what it's designed for, that's really designed to tell people when the show's about to start, when they're in the bar. You couldn't see it. And he just wanted to walk around. So we walked around the bar, we walked around the upstairs bar, we walked around the lobby. He just wanted to walk around. We tried to go back in and he had to leave straight away again. We had another walk around and then went up and down in the lift. And I said to him, I tried to get him to talk to me and ask if he wanted to go back in. And he did. He wanted to go and see Granny and Grandad and Benedict. But as soon as we got in, he got scared. So I took him out again and I said to him, do you really want to go back in and watch the pantomime? And he said no. And I said, do you want Mummy to take you away and we can come back when it's finished? And he said yes. So we had to go in obviously to get my bag, and my mum nipped out as well, and I explained to her. So her and my dad stayed with Benedict, who seemed to really enjoy it. He definitely enjoyed the first half. But then apparently in the second half, the noisiest one, he fell asleep and slept all the way through. But my mum and dad enjoyed the panto. By the way, the relaxed performance as well, the ticket prices are cheaper, so you don't feel quite so bad. Like if I'd paid 30 quid a person or something, we would have felt a bit, but we didn't, so that was okay. Overall, the relaxed performance, I think they're getting some things right, but they're getting some things wrong. It's still too noisy. It's still too many bangs and scary moments. Apparently there is a 3D section in the one we were at, which, according to everybody I've spoken to, was too scary for neurotypical children. So definitely too scary for Isaac. But, I mean, they're trying. They're making an effort, which is all you can ask. So, luckily, I had taken... We were going to go and look at the little winter village that's in our nearest city afterwards. And luckily I had taken our pushchair, which we have for Isaac, which is an additional needs pushchair, so it's big enough for him. So I took him out in his pushchair and we went to McDonald's, where he proceeded to eat a single chip, and he just wanted the toy and the milkshake. That was a bit overwhelming for him. He was already in an overwhelmed state, so everything was going to be overwhelming. But he actually did really well. Killing time is quite difficult. It was a very long panto as well. It's like 50 minutes for each half, and that's quite a long time for a little one to sit. So I decided we were going to try and do something. I knew we couldn't do anything. There's nowhere he can go to play. And we were really just near all the shops. So me and him decided we would go to a few shops, and I talked to him about it, and we actually had a really lovely time. He was really good. I did get conned out of buying a Lego set, but I don't care. And this is where I struggle sometimes with seeming like my children could be spoilt, or I see all these things on Facebook and online about people saying, oh, your children only want your presents, not your presents. And play with them, don't just buy them stuff. And don't buy them stuff so close to Christmas. And why would you do this and that and everything? Actually, I'm getting so much better at ignoring that, because Lego makes Isaac so happy. Like, he doesn't build the Lego. He buys the Lego set, someone else builds it, he plays with it. Makes him so happy. And we don't do a lot of gifts at Christmas. We're trying not to. So they get things throughout the year. And you know what? It made him happy. He was having a miserable time. And I'd put him in that situation. Wow. I was trying for him to have something normal. And it didn't work. Not the end of the world. but I wanted him to have something that he could remember as a good thing. So we went to McDonald's and he got his toy. Sorry, I'm welling up a little bit with this. And then we went to Waterstones and he got his Lego. And it made him happy. And we went to Primark and picked out some clothes for Benedict and some clothes for some children for Christmas who are friends of ours. And that made him happy. The queue didn't make him happy, but picking out the clothes made him happy. It makes him feel productive and it makes him excited. He loves it. And so then we went and picked up some things for his daddy, and we went to Lakeland where I needed to get small cookie cutter to make peppermint creams, and he helped me pick which shapes we got. And then he saw this Star Wars cake pan that you could make an R2-D2 cake, and he said, I want that, I want that. And normally I would have said no, and it would have had a meltdown effect. The problem is, when you see children having a tantrum because they want something, don't always just think, oh, tut tut, bad parenting. Isaac has a tantrum that leads into a meltdown. So like if he wants something, he doesn't understand that you have to pay for things and that things aren't free and you don't just get them. He doesn't understand that money is limited. And if he doesn't get something, he has a tantrum about not getting it, but that tantrum overloads him and leads into a meltdown, and he can be affected by that for days. It's only the past 6 months I've really noticed how affected he can be for how long afterwards. So we got the cake pan. Do you know what? It was a cake pan. I'd love to make an R2-D2 cake. We got the cake pan. So yeah, I took him to shops. I bought him stuff. But we also had an amazing time. We talked the whole time. He was facing away from me in his pushchair, which, have to say, that was the lifesaver. It wouldn't have been a successful trip at all without it. If he had been out of his pushchair, it would have been hellish and I wouldn't have been able to take him in shops. But in his pushchair, it worked. It's a definite lifesaver, and I've never been so grateful for something we've been given before. But yeah, he had a great time. We had a great time. We chatted. We looked at the Christmas lights. We talked. Then we went back to the theatre and waited for my mum and dad. I knew by then there wasn't that long. And he got a drink and some crisps, and we talked about what we could see out the window, and he wanted me to keep telling him what was on a certain poster, and you know, it was really nice. And then this one came out. Hi. And they'd had a good time. So then we walked through the Christmas village and watched some of the funfair rides. And it was good. It was really good. But how it takes it out of Isaac, it takes it out of me too. And we got home. This is a really long video, I'm sorry. We got home and after they'd gone to bed, they had baths, went to bed, and I was wrapping presents. And I fully admit, and my husband is going to watch this and it's going to be very annoying, but I was really snappy with him. He said a few things that were obnoxious and annoyed me, but I took it really to heart, which I may not have done had my day been different. Even though it was good, there are times when something like that doesn't work that I worry and I get sad for Isaac and for his future and the unknown, which I know every parent faces. But it's hard knowing what you can do to help your autistic child and to give them experiences that everybody deserves to have. But I will keep trying, even if I'm not going to take him to the panto next year. We've tried it twice now and hasn't worked. Maybe in 5 years' time he'll be able to go, but I'm going to keep trying new things. I'm going to keep giving him the opportunity to find things he enjoys and things he loves. And if it means that that evening my husband gets the wrath of me, then he's going to have to deal with it and I'm going to have to deal with it. And if it means the next day all I want to do is have a nap in my pyjamas with my littlest, so be it. But that's how it's going to have to be. And yeah, it was hard yesterday and hard afterwards. But the good moments were so good. My children are amazing. And my son is amazing. When I think about what Isaac has to deal with every day, he is amazing. Yeah, I'm going to end now before I actually cry. And I'm probably just going to have to do this as one day video because it's quite long. So I'm really sorry for just there. But, yeah, it's life. Hey, baby. So I'm going to stop this now. I will vlog the rest of today, but I'm going to do that in a separate video so you don't have heaps and heaps of time with me. Thank you as always for watching, guys, and